Hello and welcome to the Football Talk Exchange. This is the Premier League Team of the Season video. As you will know already because you have clicked on this video looking at the title of this video obviously. So usually I would be inviting someone for a Team of the Season video, like I invited Abhay for the La Liga Team of the Season video. But for this one I am alone. The reason is I occupied some of my guests yesterday with a very special video for you guys. What that is, I'll tell you right now, and after that, we will get into this team of season video. So, my friends and I simulated the transfer market through negotiations among themselves, where they represented some of Europe's best clubs, and after that, we also had an auction for players that were not represented by those clubs. And after that, we did something really exciting, which is we created a custom tournament on FIFA of all these teams after all the negotiations and the auction, and we simulated the league. If those videos are out, I'll be adding a link in the description. So if you're watching this video after those videos have been released, you will find the link for them in the description. So, time to get into this FIFA team of not FIFA, FUT team of the season for the Premier League. And firstly, I will change the formation. We do not want a 4-3-2-1. 4-3-3-2 should be the holding formation. Yes, that is. And not just the 11 players, I'll also be creating a backup 11. As you can see, 7 on the bench, 5 reserves, so 12 backups for these 11 as well. So first off, in goal, we have, see, the favorite candidates for this one would be uh, not Kepa, obviously. Sorry. The favorites for this spot would be Alisson, Dean Henderson, and Nick Pope. And Ederson is a favorite for this as well. So the highest number of clean sheets have been kept by Ederson with 16. Nick Pope is at 15. De Gea is at 13. Henderson is at 13. 2. Alisson is at 13. Kasper Schmeichel with 13 clean sheets as well. I am now going to have a look at the saves made by these average number of saves made by these keepers. I think you'd expect Nick Pope to come out with the highest number of saves. Ederson 2 saves per game. Alisson with, I think it'll be more than what Ederson has made. Definitely. Alisson with 2 saves per game as well. He's not played all of their games. Something to keep in mind. And Pope. Let's have a look at Nick Pope from Burnley. Nick Pope is averaging 3.2 saves per game. And that is why I'm going to pick Nick Pope in goal. See, yes, some of you may say that he has a poor defense. That is why he's getting a lot of chances to save shots. But if you look at it the other way around, he has a weak defense. So he should be conceding more goals as well. But he still managed to keep a lot of clean sheets. And that is why I am going to have him in my main 11 for this Premier League team of the season. At right back, two favorites would be Trent and not Trent Alexander-Arnold and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Trent much better going forward. Wan-Bissaka probably the best defender defensively, best right back defensively, or best right back and left back defensively. So since this team is going to attack more than defend, I think it's only fair that we select Trent Alexander-Arnold in this team. At left back, we'll have to include his compatriot Andrew Robertson, another very good player. He's I mean he's good defensively and going forward as well, unlike Trent. So I think Robertson is one of the best wide backs, if you want to call it. He's not a wing back, definitely, but from all the left backs and right backs in the world, I think Robertson is one of the very best, if not the best. Do let me know your thoughts about this in the description below. As you can see already, chemistry is only 9, but that will improve very soon. Now, there is no possible way to include Virgil van Dijk. No one, it's very difficult to get past that guy. And for that reason, I'm going to pick Virgil van Dijk. He, as you can see, is a good relation with Robertson, definitely, and a mild relation with Nick Pope, because both of them are from the Premier League, which we're obviously going to see because this is the Premier League team of the season. Now, alongside Virgil van Dijk, a lot of people would be expecting to see Harry Maguire in there, but let me tell you that is not going to happen. He's been he's certainly not justified the price tag that United paid for him. I am going to go with Tarkowski of Burnley. James Tarkowski of Burnley gets in there ahead of Harry Maguire and Joe Gomez, Laporte. Laporte has been very injured for a lot of part for majority this season. At least half of it, maybe a very sizable part of this season is the point. So that is why Joe Gomez, Laporte does not get into this 11. We're not talking about the best players from the Premier League in general. We're talking about the Premier League team of the season. And now let me take you to midfield. And here we have a Leicester City player who goes by the name of Wilfred Ndidi. He's made 128 tackles, and I'll also have a look at his recoveries. Not recoveries. So he has the second highest number of tackles in the Premier League for this season. Interceptions should be a key stat for any midfielder. He's second in there as well with 80. So Wilfred Ndidi should definitely be in our team as the number 6. Now, a key component uh, when we look at midfielders is their involvement in goals. Here I have, sorry, the right side of midfield we have very easy pick. There is again no way you could have excluded this man, Kevin De Bruyne. One of the best midfielders in the world, if not the best again. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments box below. De Bruyne simply had to get in there. I mean, he's been the best player for me in the Premier League this season. Now we'll have a look at goals and assists combined to see who is the other midfielder that will be playing alongside Kevin De Bruyne in this midfield. Now I'm looking at goals and assists. Highest is De Bruyne with 33. After that we have a lot of forwards: Salah, Vardy, Aubameyang, Mane, Ings, Rashford, Martial, Jimenez, all of that. And the midfielder next is David Silva at 16. Richarlison, obviously, who's a forward again, is at 16. I am very tempted to go with Jack Grealish because he's been doing wonderful at Aston Villa. But again, a player that you couldn't have excluded at any cost. Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United. He's already got 15 involvements in goals from 14 games only. 8 goals and 7 assists from 14 games only. The man only joined, his first game was Wolverhampton Wanderers. I very clearly remember 31st January was the date of that game, I believe. No, he joined on 30th, so he could not have played on 31st. Early Feb was his first game. He's played only 14 games. Yes, a lot of those goals have been penalties. Is your argument? I think 5 or 6 of them may have been in penalties, but he scored all of them. 100% penalty record in the Premier League. We cannot be writing that off so easily. Now, at right wing, one of the best players in the world, Mohamed Salah. Second highest for goals and assists combined in the Premier League, 29 goals and assists combined with 19 goals and 10 assists. So that's a very good return for Mohamed Salah in the Premier League. I would have expected 20 goals from him, but 19 isn't bad after all, is it? Now we move to the forward position, and Jamie Vardy has to get in there. The oldest player ever to win the Premier League Golden Boot. He's managed 23 goals from, obviously he's not played all 38 games. 35 games he's played and 23 goals, 5 assists, 28 goal involvements in total. Third highest on that table, and there was simply no way we could have excluded Jamie Vardy again. Now, left wing is a very important position. The favourites I would say for this position are Marcus Rashford, Sadio Mane and Aubameyang, who's often played as a left winger because Lacazette plays as the main striker. Aubameyang 25 goals and assists combined in 36 games. Mane at 25 too in 35 games. Aubameyang had 36, Mane has 35. Sterling with 21, way below them. Marcus Rashford, 31 games played and 17 goals, 7 assists. So Marcus Rashford will be the final player in my 11. In my 11 for the team of the season Premier League. But we are not done yet. We are not done yet. 100 chemistry. So thumbs up for the rating and the chemistry. I really appreciate that. Now over to the bench. Nick Pope was my main goalkeeper. Now I'm looking at Dean Henderson's stats as well to decide between Henderson, Ederson and Alisson. 3 sons of English football between goal. Sorry. Dean Henderson 2.7 saves made per game. He's played 36 games and both these matches that he has missed were against Manchester United due to a clause in his loan contract. Dean Henderson is my backup goalkeeper. We're obviously having another backup goalkeeper which we will select right now. On the bench, no. In the reserves. And for this, I'm picking Ederson. Alisson was injured for a sizable part of the season. Ederson has the highest number of clean sheets for any player and goalkeeper from the Premier League right now. Now for the bench, our backup right back. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You see his 90 card there. Again, one of the best players in the Premier League. He's been very consistent. Defensively, he's so solid. You can't go past him at all. Just ask Raheem Sterling about this. So, a backup centre back is someone we will look for now. And I will go back to the clean sheets chart to find a backup centre back. And I think Harry Maguire should be getting in here. Some of these games for United, he's been solid. Yes, he's made a couple of mistakes. Started off slowly at United. Everybody takes time to adjust a little bit. No bias here, trust me. I have to put Harry Maguire in there. He's one of the best centre backs in the Premier League. Now, backup midfielders. And here we have time for David Silva. David Silva, who managed 16 goals and assists combined, should be getting in this team. Now we pick a defensive midfielder alongside as a backup, not alongside, as a backup for Wilfred Ndidi, which forces me to get into the interceptions chart. And we will be. I mean, Rodri has very good passing stats. He's been a key player for Man City. So two favorites for this position for the backup CDM position were Declan Rice, who's got 77 interceptions, and Rodri, who has 21 interceptions. Now, I think interceptions should not be used as a very important component again because the CDM also has a lot to do on the ball. Like we said, the reason we picked Trent over Bisaka was this team is going to attack a lot. And the reason I've picked NDD again over Rodri in midfield is because I needed someone energetic that if in case this team were to be counter attacked, we had someone very solid like NDD. So I've picked NDD as my main CDM. In backup, we will go with Rodri from Manchester City, who can build a play very well. Just trying to find his card here, and this is his 85 rated card. Now, time for two forwards, which will ask me to move into goals and assists combined chart again, and this should be fairly easy. Aubameyang and as you can see the 96 card there. Last player on the bench, Sadio Mane. You can already see his card. So very good bench, very strong bench. Lastly, it's time for reserves. So we need a centre back, a left back, another midfielder, and a right winger for our reserves. So we pick the centre backs now. Okay, first we will pick the left back. Diego Rico with 84 interceptions, highest in the Premier League, is a key, is a favorite for this. I'm also looking at defensive defenders who have got a good return in front of goal. I do not find many, so I am for. I mean, Chilwell, yes, he is good. He's not really done extremely well for Leicester. The other left backs, City, it's been Mendy, it's been Zinchenko, so we cannot pick them. So United, Luke Shaw, not a very good attacking output. Chelsea, Marcos Alonso, yes, good attacking, but defensively extremely poor. Liverpool, we've covered Robertson. City have Mendy, Zinchenko, Cancelo playing, so there's no fixed left back there. Spurs, Danny Rose or Ben Davies or Foyth, whoever plays left back isn't convincing again. As for Arsenal, Tierney or Kolasinac again not convincing. So we will look to Lucas Digne from Everton. He's got 7 assists in the Premier League, which is a very good return considering he plays at Everton. Good number of interceptions, blocked 10 shots, 93 clearances. He's won nearly 60% of his duels, two-thirds of his tackles, and 70% of his aerial duels, which is very surprising for a left back or a right back because they're usually shorter. So good stats there from Lucas Digne, and that is why I pick Lucas Digne. Now, centre backs, a backup centre back. This is going to be really tough to pick if you ask me. And I'll just go with my gut instinct. Laporte, whenever he has been there, he's been a very important player for Manchester City. So my reserve centre back will be Laporte. I am Eric Laporte. Now we have to pick a midfielder and a right winger or any other winger. Now, midfield, uh, Paul Pogba is one of those players that I want to pick, but there is no way we could have excluded Jack Grealish for what he's achieved with Leicester City. Okay, we have a left wing card for him and a very poorly rated midfield card. So I'll look for, yeah, I mean, Jack Grealish has also played more often as a left winger than a number 10 or a conventional midfielder for Aston Villa. I'm looking at goals and assists again, looking for midfielders. I'll have a look at Paul Pogba. I don't think he's done much. Any other midfielders that would come to mind? Mason Mount. Mason Mount has got 7 goals and 5 assists in 37 games played. So Mason Mount will drop into my team as the last midfielder. And so we were looking for a left winger, right winger, sorry. But on the bench we have Mane who can play down the right wing if required. So I will look at Jack Grealish for this final spot in this team of the season. 14 goals and assists for Aston Villa. He saved them from relegation. He's the captain as well. So I simply had to put him in there. So as we can see in the top left corner here where I'm pointing my mouse, 94 rating, 100 chemistry. 100 chemistry. I'm sure we can get more than that because I see a lot of yellow lines and no red lines obviously because they are all from the same league. So people, that is done. I'll allow you a couple of seconds to have a look at this 11 for a last moment. Pope in goal, Robertson left back, Van Dijk and Tarkowski centre backs, right back Arnold, CDM and DD, midfielders Bruno and De Bruyne, arguably the best midfielders in the Premier League. Left wing Marcus Rashford, striker Jamie Vardy, the top scorer, the Golden Boot winner obviously. Right wing Mohamed Salah with 99 pace, 97 dribbling, 97 shooting and 95 passing. Now we move to the bench where my backup goalkeeper is Dean Henderson. My backup defenders are, my bench defenders are Wan Bissaka and Harry Maguire. Midfielders on the bench, David Silva and Rodri. And 2 forwards on the bench are Mane and Aubameyang. Now we move to the reserves. 5 reserves were allowed and we have picked Ederson as the third goalkeeper. Aymeric Laporte as a centre back, Digne as the left back, backup, Mason Mount is the last midfielder, and Jack Grealish who slots in as a left winger in this team. So people, that is it from this video. If you did enjoy watching, let me know by leaving a like and in the comment section down below. Don't forget to let me know your 11 at least, if not 22 and 23 in the comments below. I will not pardon you if you do not show me, comment in your 11 for the Premier League team of season. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Share this video with your friends who are Premier League fans and keep showing love to the channel. Thank you for watching. Stay home and stay safe.